And so, it begins. Hello there, friend. Welcome back to Max Plays Destiny Fails Us, the beta by Amelia Hanks. The journey up until this point has been very interesting and very fun, and it is with great excitement that I say that this is going to be the final recording session. It's starting today. We're not going to finish the game in this episode because that's just not the way time works, but I am excited to see where the story goes. I believe the beta ends on February the 14th. Right on the dance, so I'm excited to see how things develop. So for the time being, I say let us dive back in. In the previous sessions, Amelia, she knew it was gonna happen, she knew it, and yet she made me go through all of this. We had the internal struggle between Alaska, who we love, and Aaron, who we also love, and the struggle is too real. Hashtag too real. Anyhow, let's start the timer, and let's start. What are we gonna be doing? You know what? I think let's be responsible adults. Let's do some homework. Yeah. I took out my textbook and started working. She finished an assignment. If you do one a night, how are you gonna catch up with all like the 5 classes you take every day? I feel like I'm doing better on my homework. I wasn't really tired, so I was able to concentrate better. Dad. Oh god, I had to get used to everyone's voices again. I recently finished Metal Gear Acid, and like, those voices are still, like, fresh on my mind, but not the Destiny Fails Us, so let's just get into character. Dad. I am the dad. Shortcake. 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 I drill. What's up? Oh. Dad walked into the room. So I was thinking, since Mom's at work tonight, there's really nothing stopping me from driving you to the basketball game myself. You know, someone in the comments was like, has Idril actually been, like, formally punished for, you know, running away? Because every time Idril's mom is like, no, you have to stay, her dad always bails her out. It's cute, it's cute. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like we have to punish you because you did a bad, but we don't actually want to punish you. It's one of those silly things. Yeah, so apparently he wants to drive us to the basketball game. Wait, what? You would do that, Dad? Of course, Shortcake. Why? Why don't you get ready? We'll head out there when you're done. Thank you so much. I jumped up from my bed to give Dad a hug. Aww, cute. Breaking the rules, doing what Mom told us not to do, like a wonderful family. He left the room while I got my things ready. After a few minutes, I met him downstairs. Alright, Moirai High School. I waved Dad goodbye as I got out of his car and walked up the steps to the school. The Moirai Fates were going against the Asago Strikers tonight. Okay. I'm pretty sure I made this joke already, but the Fates is like the coolest freaking name for a basketball team. Asago Strikers though, that's on point as well. Ha! 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 Wait a minute. Are there point men in basketball, or is that only a football thing? Guys, I don't know sports. I don't. I know esports. I actually don't even know esports as well. I know some esports. Okay. I walk to the back of the school to find the line forming outside of the gym. Time to see everyone's friends. Also, there's no music. I hope that's not on my end. No, that's definitely not on my end. I got my ticket ready, and after a few minutes of waiting, I walked inside. The game started. I watched the players as they moved the ball across the court. They kept passing it to each other and made shots at the hoop. There was a lot of excitement and yelling from the people around me. I was starting to get a migraine. What was the achievement? I missed it because I was totally... Oh god, I totally missed it. Can I see the achievos? They're probably going to be on the main menu. Okay, I'll see it later. I was too busy. I was so busy reading the actual text that I was like, what's the achievo? Okay, I'll read it later. You already know because you were probably paying attention, and you can also rewind thanks to the magic of video editing and YouTube Player. Anyhow, I was starting to get a migraine. I can relate to that, but it was fun to be part of the crowd. Hey, it's Brian. Brian. I'm the bull. No, is that what he sounds like? A bit of a southern accent, but kind of a jackass. Yeah. That was the Jackass theme, I apologize. Wow, how old do you need to be to get that joke? Wow, Brian was making lots of shots where he jumped to the hoop. His team seemed to like what he was doing, but it was easy to tell that they were getting frustrated with him. Oh my god, everything with Brian is an alley-hoop, yeah! After a while, Brian started arguing with Itali's dad, Mr. Evans. People were saying he was the ref. Everyone kept saying how blind Mr. Evans was. Wow! Wow! That's mean! Just because his daughter has a hearing thing doesn't mean he has to be blind. I do totally picture, like, Mr. Evans is, like, with the big, thick glasses, though. That's cute. What does he teach? Literature or biology? No, Mr. Burton is biology. I forget what Mr. Evans teaches. Brian had made what sounded like a good play when everyone cheered for him, until Mr. Evans blew a whistle. Mr. Evans said Brian was charging. He was charging his laser. Oh gosh, this is exactly what playing games with me is like. Of course you would know, you've been watching this whole LP. But outside of LPs, just ask Kitty. Brian got up in Mr. Evans' face and started yelling. Mr. Evans told him to take the rest of the quarter out. Sit in the benches. There was a lot of booing from the crowd as Brian stormed out of the gym. Brian looked upset as he left the gym. Go talk to him. Or the option that basically instantly resonated with what I was thinking. Who cares? I'm sorry. Maybe somebody out there likes Brian, and that's okay. I defend your American right to be objectively wrong. Because America. Anyhow, you may be asking, but Max, I'm not American. I still defend your right to be objectively wrong. That's a joke. You can like Brian, it's okay. I'm not particularly keen on Brian. I am... Where's my menu? Yeah, I'm waiting for that errand bar anyway, but... I'm not kidding you. The instant that I was reading, I'm like, oh, Brian left. I guess we get to interact with him. I'm like, no. The crowd started filing out of the gym and I followed. Brian was sulking on the bench, refusing to look up at anyone who passed by. They kicked me out of the game, because I was actually breaking the rules. What a bunch of losers. Following the rules, wearing seatbelts, and obeying traffic laws. After I left the gym, I stood outside to wait for my dad to pick me up. That was a cute mini event. I was kind of expecting to have like I don't want to say like that's a Batman term, right? Like the gallery of rogues, but instead of rogues, it's just all of our friends being silly. It was getting late. I decided to head to bed. I imagine that's probably like the titular moment if you want to like Brian, I guess. I am not particularly keen on that matter, but... Oh, that's when my phone is not actually going into sleep. That's gonna kill my battery. Thankfully, the loading is helping me. Oh. After I finished eating breakfast, I laid down on my bed. Mom was doing the laundry downstairs. The dryer started rumbling loudly with a new load of clothes. Okay, really quickly in the comments down below, tell me right now, isn't the best thing ever to get, like, the warm laundry out of the dryer? That is the best thing. When I moved, there was a new dryer, and it had the setting where, like, it automatically cools down the laundry, and I'm like, this is the most pointless setting ever, because that's the whole point of doing laundry like this. It's all warm and wonderful. I was really confused. It's like a microwave with a setting of like, hey, do you want your food to be hot and then just get cold? There's a setting for that. And I'm like, I think this defeats the purpose, right? If I wanted my clothes to be cold when they're dry, I would just hang them outside, like I used to. After I finished eating, okay, yeah, that's like where we were at that. Oh, those sound effects. Come in. Mom opened the door. Mom, I am Mom. Hey, sweetie, I was wondering if you wanted to come with me to run some errands today. We're gonna go see some more ghost people at the shops. I didn't really feel like running around town, but I wasn't doing much at home. What about your homework, sweetie? Plus, Mom really looked like she wanted me to come along. Aw, she wants to bond. She probably feels really bad about what she did. Sure. Family time! Let's hope this doesn't actually completely make us feel terrible. Hey, is the press start to play? Okay. I like this, okay. I don't know if other places in the world have them, but I like these sort of like shopping centers. Not exactly a mall, but like these mini shopping centers. The iMobile is on point. Especially because that font is like the right font for that, for like a phone service provider? Wow, that was on point. Our first stop was a shoe store. Mom said that her boss would pay for some new work shoes for her. I followed Mom through the store while she found some shoes that fit. Hi, Droll. What do you think about these? Mom held up a pair of black flats. Definitely a style that I like to wear. They were pretty cute shoes. Oh, wait. She's offering to give me shoes? Okay. Stop. Hammer time? Stop. Shoe time? Shopping therapy. That feels good. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I'm trying to find the negative consequences to this. Like, I don't need any more shoes. Maybe I'm just projecting, but like I don't have enough pairs of shoes. That's not me trying to be humble. I really don't. I could use some new shoes, especially some black flats. Cute. I do love me some flats. I like them. They're pretty cute. Great. Let's get them. Mom took 2 pairs of shoes to the counter. Please tell me we don't have the same. Mom, we don't have this. She bought 2 for herself. Oh, Mom, you're the worst. That would be hilarious, though. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna buy 2 pairs for me, because you know what? I am not grounded. Oh, that's terrible. It would be funny if they have the same shoe size. Mom said she needed to swing by the bank next while the 2 of us got into the car. The bank was just a short drive down the road. We pulled into a spot and Mom turned to me. Mom, did you want to come in or stay in the car? Huh. Here's the dealio. Generally, I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's like full transparency here. I would chill in the car, mostly because I can always just go on Twitter and see what everyone is saying, or just make silly tweets with lots of emojis, because that's the spice of life right there. Emojis are the sprinkles to any cupcake. You can just toss them in there. More emojis, more emojis. But I want to see what happens. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Maybe we'll run into somebody. Maybe we won't. But, you know, there's only one way to find out. The only way to get lucky is to say yes. Sure. I'll come along. Mom smiled and we both got out of the car and went inside. Mom, you know, when I was your age, I was such a rebellious teenager. Oh, really, Mom? Then why won't you let me rebellious? Mom started telling me about when she was a teenager. I've heard a few stories before from relatives, but she never really opened up to me about her past. Wild child confirmed. Mama and I didn't get along that well. The 2 of us fought constantly, and I was tired of it all. Bonding! I ended up running away. I didn't really have any friends to keep me in town anyway.
Miss, could you please actually, it's your turn. Would you like it on your savings or your checking account?
The bank teller was ready for us to walk to the counter. No, you were already at the counter for like 2 minutes, having this flashback. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll tell you the rest later.
To me, I'm just a teller. I would actually like to know whether you want this right now.
I followed Mom up to the. That teller sounded an awful lot like Sidan from my Final Fantasy IX LP.
Yeah, hello everybody.
I walked Mom to the counter and the 2 of them talked. I zoned out for a moment, then absentmindedly followed Mom out to the car when she was done. See, we got to learn a little bit about our mom. I think that was nice. Mom, so how about we go to the grocery store and pick up dinner? Sure, that sounds fine. I was feeling kind of exhausted from running around town. It sounded like we were almost done though. Back to Vintage Market, yeah! Also, I love the sky effect. Mom grabbed the shopping cart as we entered Vintage Market. She went through a few of the aisles first. By the way, for someone who's not a native English speaker, this word is, excuse the explicit, this word is bullshit. This word is the most bullshit. Because it's like, islands, it's like, it's one of those things where like, if you try to logically guess how you pronounce this word, you're wrong every time. English is kind of a minefield for non-native English speakers. Grabbing things off her checklist before she turned to me. Always shop with the checklist, kids. So, what do you want for dinner? Oh! Wow! Okay, shoutouts to Amelia Hanks for the best selection. Okay, alright. Oh, I'm ready. Battered chicken and mashed potatoes. Ooh. You gotta go with some nice, I forget the term for that type of food, but you know what I'm talking about. Hearty? No. Feel good food? I forget. French toast and bacon. 3 out of 5. Not strong enough. That's almost breakfast and not actually dinner. Chicken casserole and Alfredo pasta. Ooh, that's strong. That's strong and falls with the narrative of Idro loving pasta. Burgers and homemade fries. I love that half of these use the same ingredients. Cheesy rice and ground beef. This is the most important decision of the whole game right here. What are we gonna have for dinner? Clearly this is gonna modify our stats and give us like a secret perk. I just know it. I love burgers, okay? But you gotta go with some battered chicken and mashed potatoes. That just feels good. Also, the leftovers on that is always good. Can you make those battered chicken strips and mashed potatoes on the side? Okay, it's even better because it's chicken strips. It's not just like fried chicken, where like the bones is not like it's not. I prefer chicken strips to fried chicken. Excuse me. Maybe I'm a little bit of an uncultured swine. Wow, that's funny because we're talking about chicken, bacon. It was close. Mashed potatoes though. Oh yeah, it's been a while since we had some battered chicken, isn't it? Let's do it tonight. Good idea. Mom went to the breakfast aisles and grabbed a package of pancake mix. She showed me the brand she thought was the best to use for the batter. We left the aisles and walked to the fruits and veggies. Mom grabbed a bag of golden potatoes. I've always found it to be a really interesting adjective to describe potatoes. She smiled and told me she liked them better than the instant kind. Yeah? Oh no, okay, if you're gonna make mashed potatoes, you gotta actually have some actual potatoes in there. Come on. As the person in charge of making mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving every year, trust me, you gotta put some real potatoes in there. Wow, welcome back to Max Cooks. That's the new segment. I'm actually just I'm using this LP as a setup to see what you guys think about the idea of me doing a cooking channel. Finally, we grabbed the frozen items from her checklist as well as the chicken strips she needed for tonight. Hey look, it's the errand ghost? Shoutouts to whoever called that out in the comments. We took the shopping cart to the register. We had the same cashiers we had the last time we came here. I like that at least it's the same ghost. Mom started stacking items from our cart onto the conveyor belt while I stood back and waited. I didn't want to get in her way. That's thoughtful. I looked around the store. I like this place. It wasn't too crowded or too loud. Wait. I thought Mr. Sly, or Mr. Sly, I guess Mr. Sly's higher up is not actually the principal. That's cool. Oh, by the way, just a really quick note. I think it would be pretty cool if, like, Idril ended up getting a part-time job here. Because she says she likes it. Although part of me feels that she's saying she likes it is just a setup, so her heart is crushed by the presence of Principal Davis. Miss Arfinal, it's good to see you again. Also, at this point, both of them turn to look. Because technically speaking, they're both Miss Arfinal. I looked at my mom, who glanced back at me. We both noticed the principal from my high school walk up to us. Mr. Davis reached out and gave me a big hug. It was awkward and uncomfortable and uncalled for. Ew! Wow! I am a kinetic person. I love giving hugs. I love holding hands. I love just being affectionate. Not when somebody doesn't give you that permission, though. That's just gross. Principal Davis, hashtag confirmed as the antagonist, the villain of this story. Principal Davis, I love seeing my students outside of school, exclamation mark. Wow! Like, I love the chart of, like, Principal Davis could be cool, and I'm like, no! I hope you were following my mouse for that nice graph. Yeah, I guess. I glanced back at Mom and the cashier. They were both rushing through the rest of the groceries. It's like, beep, beep, beep. Like, get me out of here now. Principal Davis. Oh, and is this Miss Bennett? How's life since graduation? Wow, this guy's fucking filthy, excuse me. It's, fine. Just going to college and working here. Not much. Wow. There's an expression that I like to use for situations like this, but it's so vulgar I can't actually use it. Let's find the synonym for that. I can't think of one that is not also obscene. Let's just say that this, like, the world has come to a stop, and everyone is like, please, just leave, principal. Okay. I like the idea, because okay, follow me on this, okay? Whenever you see somebody who's not like a really nice person, you always assume the worst, right? You always assume the worst of somebody who shows you signs that they're not a good person. You assume the worst, but deep down you want to believe maybe I'm just exaggerating. Maybe I had a bad impression of them. And up until this point, I was holding on to this thread of hope that maybe, just maybe, Principal Davis was not a bag of douche. He's proving it! He's making it really hard for me to hold on to that thread. What kind of classes are you taking? At what hours? Where are they being taken place? Where do you live? Am I creepy yet? I don't know. Just the normal ones, I guess. You know, math, literature, self-defense, all the good stuff. Mr. Davis didn't acknowledge my mom as he walked over to the cashier. The cashier gave him a hesitant smile and continued to ring us up. I helped Mom put the groceries into the cart and she finished paying. Notice that I was reading it very carefully, just in the case there was something really nasty in there. Well, it was good to see you, Mr. Davis. Oh yes, you ladies have a good night. Maybe I'm just looking. Oh God. Okay. Because I know that is just a temporary placeholder image for Principal Davis. I understand. Maybe he looks like the mayor from the Harvest Moon games. You know, he's like a short man with a round belly and like a white mustache. He looks like Santa. Maybe he looks not threatening at all and he's just being nice. Maybe he's just being really nice. But he sounds really, really, really creepy. What if I had voiced them like Voldemort? Oh yes, you ladies have a good night, and find me Potter. Perfect. Kitty and I have been marathoning the Harry Potter movies, so I've been in the Voldemort mood. Good night. Everyone looks so thrown out of place. That was awkward. Mom seemed hesitant to leave the cashier alone with Mr. Davis. Okay, no, he's creepy. Okay. No, he can't be harmless when everyone around him is like, you're creepy. However, we walked out to our car and loaded the groceries into the back seat. Okay, alright. I want to believe in the good in people, but sometimes it's really hard to do so. I don't like your principal. He's kind of creepy. More than kind of creepy, would you let any stranger hug your daughter? Well, I guess it is the principal in this small town with only one high school. I guess you wouldn't want to punch him in the face. I would, though. Yeah, I don't really like him. That's the best expression for this. That much either. I mean, he's nice, but it comes off as weird. Wow! Okay, Amelia, I love that you watch me go through the entire process, because... And I guess that's what resonates with me about the writing in this, because it's actually on point, because both of these characters show how I feel. She's just like, he's creepy, and he should probably die in a fire. And Andrew's like, he's nice, he just comes off as really creepy. But my favorite part is that nobody here has certainty. Nobody knows if he's actually creepy or not. Mom and I sat in the car until we saw Mr. Davies leave Vintage Market. Ugh. I didn't want to leave that poor girl alone with him. We could see the cashier through the window. She was back to ringing up the other customers. Spend a day with Mom! Yay! I guess things are okay now. Let's go home. When we got home, I got changed and waited in the living room until dinner was ready. Dad was in his study in the other room working on some photos he recently took for the newspaper, and Mom was cooking to music in the kitchen. I turned on the television. Okay, Mom listens to Taylor Swift, clearly. Come on. And we're never ever getting back together. That is the best song for making mashed potatoes. Am I saying that out of personal experience? I guess I am. I turned on the television to kill some time. The news was on, and they were making a report about the missing girl from a few weeks ago. Huh, yeah. Wow! And suddenly, a JoJo character appears. I love this news reporter. Yes. Mother. Moirai police is still searching for a missing teenage girl. Desiree McLachlan, age 19, who was last seen on January 25th. A shadowy figure in the corner with the words mysterious. JoJoing it up, yes. Mother. Police described Desiree as a Caucasian female, 5 feet 4 inches, 115 pounds, with blonde hair and brown eyes. She was wearing a blue jacket with a hood, blue jeans, and black Converse. Desiree was reported missing by her mother. According to her father, she is known to frequent the downtown section of Moirai, police said. Mother. It's just over 3 weeks that she...
It's just over 3 weeks that she's been missing.
Moirai Police Captain Jeremy Smith said.
With the cold weather out there, we're concerned for her welfare.
The original announcement of her disappearance generated a few leads that police checked with no success, Smith said. Shouldn't that have had quotation marks? I'm just wondering. Hey, anyone with knowledge of her whereabouts asked to contact the Moira detective St. Johnson at 208-555-8536. Does that spell something? Now we're going to go to the weather with George Storm. That is the best name for a forecast guy, girl, person. Okay. I can't wait to see the finished art for that news reporter, because just that frame of that like big hunky man giving the news. On point. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to call it right here. The timer went off in the middle of that. For the time being, though, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And we'll see where this story progresses on the next episode.